Fear. We all know it. It's that unsettling feeling that creeps in when we least expect it. It's a knot in your stomach, a racing heart, a voice whispering doubt in your ear. It can make your palms sweat and your mind race. Fear is a basic human emotion, as natural as joy or sadness. It's something we all experience, regardless of who we are or where we come from. It's part of our survival instinct, keeping us safe from harm. It alerts us to danger and helps us react quickly in critical situations. But fear can also hold us back. It can paralyze us, making us hesitate and second-guess ourselves. It can keep us from pursuing our dreams and living our fullest lives. It can make us avoid opportunities, shy away from challenges, and settle for less than we deserve. Understanding fear and learning to manage it is crucial for personal growth and achieving our goals. I'll never forget the terror I felt before my first public speaking event. It was a moment that seemed to stretch on forever, a moment where every second felt like an eternity. The anticipation was almost unbearable, and I could feel my heart pounding in my chest like a drum. My palms were sweating, my voice trembled, and my mind raced with all the ways it could go wrong. I imagined myself forgetting my lines, stumbling over words, or even worse, being met with blank stares from the audience. The fear of failure was overwhelming, and it felt like a heavy weight pressing down on me. The stage lights felt blinding, the audience a sea of expectant faces. Each face seemed to be scrutinizing me, waiting for me to make a mistake. The pressure was immense, and I felt like I was standing on the edge of a cliff, about to fall. Every cell in my body screamed at me to run. The instinct to flee was almost overpowering, and I had to fight the urge to turn and leave. But deep down, I knew that running away would only make the fear stronger. But I took a deep breath, reminded myself why I was there, and started to speak. I focused on the message I wanted to share, the reason I had agreed to speak in the first place. Slowly, I began to find my rhythm, and the words started to flow more naturally. The experience was far from perfect, but I did it. I stumbled a few times, and there were moments when I felt like I was losing my way. But I kept going, and eventually I reached the end of my speech. The relief I felt was immense, and I knew that I had accomplished something significant. And in that moment of vulnerability, I discovered a strength I never knew I had. I realized that facing my fear head-on had made me stronger, more resilient. It was a powerful lesson, one that I would carry with me for the rest of my life. I learned that fear loses its power when we face it head-on. By confronting my stage fright, I had taken the first step towards conquering it. And with each subsequent speaking event, I grew more confident, more capable. The fear never completely disappeared, but it no longer controlled me. Instead, it became a reminder of my ability to overcome challenges and grow stronger in the process. Fear is a powerful emotion. It can grip us tightly, making our hearts race and our minds spiral into endless what-ifs. It can paralyze us, keeping us trapped in our comfort zones, afraid to take that leap or step into the unknown. It whispers stories of failure, of not being good enough, convincing us that our dreams are out of reach and our efforts are futile. But fear can also be a powerful teacher. It can guide us towards self-discovery and personal growth, showing us our deepest desires and aspirations. It highlights what matters to us, what we truly value, and what we are willing to fight for. It can be a compass pointing us towards our true north. It shows us where we need to grow, where we can push our boundaries, and how we can transform our fears into stepping stones towards success. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's taking that first step even when you're not sure where it will lead. Courage is about showing up, being vulnerable, and letting go of the need for perfection. It's about choosing to live a life true to ourselves even when it's scary. History is full of stories of people who overcame their fears to achieve greatness. Think of Malala Yousafzai, who risked her life to fight for education, or Nelson Mandela, who spent decades in prison for his beliefs. These individuals didn't let fear dictate their lives. They chose courage, and their actions changed the world. So how do we embrace fear and live courageously? Start by acknowledging your fears. Don't judge them, just observe them. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Then, take small steps outside your comfort zone. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Remember, courage is a muscle that grows stronger with each act of bravery. We all have fears. But we also all have the capacity for courage. Choose courage. Choose to live a life true to yourself, a life filled with passion and purpose. It won't always be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it.